The theme of this public account is whether you are temporarily turning over or it's a destined hit. Okay, everyone please close your eyes. First ask the divination question for this time. When you open your eyes, choose the card that attracts you the most.
First is the first time.
Let's go to the
first friend.
You are a bit upset because of the fever, don't you? But this healing seems to have reached a crossroads, a stage of choice. Because I came to see the whole process of the case in the middle. This person could be you, or the other person is currently choosing, hesitating, running. He is considering whether to choose love or bread. Because you can have both love and bread in your own percentage, so this person must make a choice. He has no goals in his heart, and he has no confidence in the results of his choices, and the lover's card of the other person. I feel this card represents the state of your feelings, even if two people truly love each other. Although sometimes you will have some minor frictions and want to argue, it does not affect the other person's feelings. You may feel that your relationship might not be quite accepted by the people around you. It's possible that family or friends may have some objections and doubts. So this is also a point he's hesitating about. This could also be the reason for your breakup. Of course, I believe there's a considerable probability that this group may break up due to the reckless of the third person. He might be considering whether to follow the arrangement of his family or to listen to their advice, because the yellow card is a traditional card. Compared to the arbitrary love, he may think more stable, although not very fond of it. But it is a relationship that parents approve more, and the lover card may follow one's heart, more inclined to one's preference. So these two states are it's like choosing between bread and love. I think I'm in a phase of hesitation. But looking at the current situation, your fate has not been broken. It will continue for a while, but there is no way to make a clear choice in a short time, because his heart is still not clear enough. Regardless of whether he has made these two choices, the final result has a great impact and significance on him, because both sides are big brands. So I think after the choice, this relationship will immediately step into marriage. It will bloom and bear fruit. That is, it is aimed at getting married, but I would think everyone knows this person. Prefer to choose a lover according to your inner preference. This person has already held some authority in his hands, and this authority is free. So I want to say that your separation is only temporary, and your fate has not completely ended, but also need to give this person some time to think. Okay, that's my interpretation of this deck of cards. Hope it can help you guys. Next is the second group. I want to say to friends who choose the second group, but if you want to become lovers, I think it's challenging, because the fate between you doesn't seem to be the fate between lovers. That is, there is still an emotional link. They will still like each other. There will be some entanglement, but it is difficult to be together. So there will be a feeling of fate without separation. First, let's look at the positioning of this all-material chess on the chessboard. I would think that you might have been hurt in this relationship, but at the same time, you don't want to give up on it. Although not hurt, but still want to persist. But you're also afraid that the two people together will repeat the same mistakes. So your overall state is fear, worry, but you don't know what to do. So even if you have the idea of getting back together, you won't actively express your feelings or take any substantial and clear actions, just like this all-seen person, being very careful and cautious. At the same time, I think you might be secretly observing the other's dynamics. The contact between the two people on the moon platform will continue, and they are still swimming around. But this tag is no longer lovers from next year. It's more like an ambiguous state, because the love of reading parties is more concealed. So the two people may hide their liking for each other in their hearts and keep in touch as friends, but they actually like each other. The rising stars of the future might still hold hope for their relationship, but they can't really become lovers. So both of them might maintain this ambiguous status. Because whether it's the moon or the star, this state is very subtle. So even if you like and love, you can only hide it in your heart and dare not show it boldly. So despite the rankings, I think there will be a feeling of no difference between you. Although you still like each other in your heart, but you can't be together. The two can only pay attention to each other in the name of friends. At the same time, this state reminded me of a word. More than friends, less than lovers. Well, that's my interpretation of this set of checks. Hope it can help you. Finally, the friends who choose the third degree shot choose the deformed degree shot. I want to say, because the fate is not over, it's just a temporary parting. Maybe you've broken up now, maybe you've lost contact now, but it doesn't matter, because after all the roundabouts, you'll meet again and be together. Because of the outcome, I'm all in. He will give me a sense that the bond between us is very deep. So no matter it's 3-minute union or how long, the two of us will eventually come together and will not be reset. First, let's take a look at this victory card from the board game. I'm afraid there might be some dissatisfaction between the two people about this relationship, and they might choose a short break because of this dissatisfaction. You might eat these things if you're not satisfied with what, but what you really want is actually a state of confusion. The feeling of carrying a backpack is kind of strange, or the judgment after pairing up. At this time, you may feel that what you already have is nothing to you, so you want to leave. Have to admit, there is love between them. There were good times in the past, but things have changed. And the next move 8, I think the state of these two 8s will have a great reversal, because being 8 is a water element, and generally will be more passive, while move 8 is a fire element. It's a card with a strong burst, very close. So, I think two people might silently leave because of some dissatisfaction, but after being together, the temperature will quickly rise. Afterwards, there's a sense of a small pioneer. At the same time, I also feel that in this group of arranged love, you may feel very annoyed when you are together, dissatisfied, then separated but miss each other. That is to say, when together, you may not think that the other is good, but once separated,